And hello everybody.
The infestation has corrupted all life here. Let's clear it out.
And once again, welcome to Warframe. Welcome to what's actually sort of a recording test, but also a quick look into possibly I'm going to be genuinely honest, possibly my new favorite Warframe, which is Titania.
I'm still detecting a lot of infestation activity. Let's clean it up.
Titania, possibly my new favorite Warframe. And the reason I quite like Titania so much is Titania is a very, very active Warframe. In order to get the most out of her, if you're running sort of like a generalized build, like I'm running here, I mean, this isn't a maxed out Titania, I'm currently in the process of forming her up for getting the top end build. But running a build which really makes use of all of her abilities and powers. Because possibly my favourite thing about Titania is this ability, her number 2, which gets you these really awesome long duration buffs. Now I'm just doing a reasonably low level exterminate in order to build this up, and basically just sort of demonstrate the whole thing. But oh, no, that was silly. Just removed all the buffs. I thought, how did I do this then? It's just me a trick of the minimap. I've already lost my track. So what I really like about Titania is the fact that you hit number 2, and you do some damage, which is nice. But importantly, you get these little things here. I suppose you can call them sort of souls or spirits or whatever. But what they do is they give you these buffs, which vary depending on what you actually hit the skill with. But what's really cool about them is that they're very long duration buffs, which do quite a lot to passively increase your overall survivability depending on what you're fighting. So there we go. Now, so what I've got running now, you might be able to see it in the top right hand corner, it's sitting with 113 seconds, is the first of these buffs. I'll just put up the second one here. And that's Dust. So Dust is really awesome because for every stack of dust you have, up to a maximum of 5, you get 10%, or rather you don't get 10%, but enemies get 10% less accuracy. They actually find it harder to hit you. And that gets progressively higher for each stack, up to 50%. On top of that, you'll get the second buff. Now you can see it there, it's currently sitting about 90 odds. That's from these fellows, so you see the icon there. And this one's Thorns. And what Thorns does is, much like sort of Diablo Thorns, gives you a damage reflect. Again, up to 5 stacks. Each stack gets you 5%. Meaning you can get up to, let's see here, oh there it is, get our next one sorted. It can get you up to 25% damage reflection, which is, you know, again, pretty damn good. So you can combine the fact that ranged enemies will miss you 50% of the time, with then 25 of what damage it does get through being reflected back and dealing damage to your enemies. Just refresh all of our various buffs here. So these are the 2 main buffs that you'll run across, as it were. Now, there are other ones. I'm sure you've seen at some point I've had 3 icons going. Actually, I've got it going right now. So the other 2 are a little bit more specialised. We'll get out of the way before those destinates. And those ones there are Entangle, which is the one I currently have. And you get that from heavy enemies. And what that does is that provides a speed reduction. Just goes down this corridor here. Just rapier all these things. Yep, there we go. So, boom, there we are. Got the phone, there we go. We've got Entangle 10%. So all enemies within range are now 10% slower. So, what I really like about this is it's a whole pile of passive buffs, but you have to sort of actively work for them.
That was a close one.
Cheers, buddy. They build up. So you have to constantly keep on top of it, keep an eye on your timers, but use it to actively build up and support your party. And on top of it, it's not a bad CC skill, to be genuinely honest. I mean, you hit the button and knocks down an enemy. Can't really argue with that. And what's really nice as well is that all of these abilities have very long durations on them. Do we want to... Ideally we want to sort of melee-oriented enemy here. Nope, you don't count. I mean, at this stage it's pretty weak. Here we go. Oh, I'm out of energy. Oh well. But you can sort of see, like, you look at the top corner, we've got 4 different timers going. We're about to run out of thorns because I haven't been able to sort of trigger off another enemy for a while now. But you can sort of get the impression of how useful it can be if you really want to put effort into building up these stacks. Now, of course, there's the other abilities as well. I mean, a nice fun favourite is that one. I can't actually remember the name of it now. Spellbind, which sends your enemies sort of in these nice sort of lazy floating arcs, makes them nice and glow. Just a good CC. When you get this leveled up, you can actually hit large groups of enemies with it, and what's cool is it also disarms opponents. They have to run back and actually gather their weapons, which is kind of cool. So, stab, stab. So, boom. So we'll take Entangle off of you. Where'd he go? So there, see, sent him flying, then we'll just send him floating. And what's also nice about this is the enemies are, they take finisher damage when they're actually affected by Spellbind. And yeah, so it's just been so this has really just been more of an audio test more than anything else, me talking about a subject in order to see how this microphone is working with the new setup and things. It's been a bit of a nightmare to get up and running. Hopefully it is sounding okay, and the only issue we're having is a bit of hiss, because before we were having quite a lot of electronic interference, so ugh. So yeah, so there we are, that's the recording done. So probably the sound levels are going to be bad on this, but that's just a matter of tuning in. So until next time, folks, toodles!